Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America on the Blue Funk Broadcasting Radio Network. Great to have you with us on the program today. Would you like to raise smart, happy, cooperative children? Would you also like life with your children to be easy and fun? Well, our guest on This Week in America says that's all possible. Harvey Merriam is back with us, author of 3 Steps to Easy Parenting, How to Raise Smarter, Happier, More Responsible Children by Doing Less. Harvey, welcome back to the program. Great to have you back with us.
Thank you, Rick. I really enjoy talking with you.
Thank you. Harvey has been on the program. We've talked about steps 1 and 2. All that's available at our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and Harvey's website, easyparenting.com. We're going to be talking about step 3 today. If you're interested in the book, it's going to be tight to get it. Not going to be able to get it until after Christmas. But when you order, if you put an email address in there where you would like the ebook, an ebook delivered, which is an extra bonus that Harvey is throwing in, that will be delivered to whoever you choose on Christmas morning. It's an excellent book. Once again, 3 Steps to Easy Parenting, How to Raise Smarter, Happier, More Responsible Children. We did steps 1 and 2. Step 3, Harvey, is how to raise cooperative, responsible children. And that basically starts off with freedom. And you talk a lot about that. Let's talk about the importance of freedom and how that works.
Well, in my experience, children are naturally cooperative. And when we control them more than is absolutely necessary, we tend to lose that cooperation. Children come into this world with a full set of motivations. They're curious to know how the world works. They want to know how to get along with people. They want to master all the skills they can. They want to create the best lives they can for themselves. And I think it's human nature not to want to be controlled. I mean, we put up with a certain amount of control. Somebody's directing traffic, we're going to follow directions. But anything more than that, and we resist. And the same is true for our children.
You talk in the book, 3 Steps to Easy Parenting, How to Raise Smarter, Happier, More Responsible Children by Doing Less. Harvey's website is easyparenting.com. You talk about the terrible twos, and this is something whenever you ask somebody how old their children are, if they're around 2, you have to make a comment about the terrible twos. You've got an interesting observation on terrible twos.
Yes, that's right. We do have this natural desire to run our own lives, and up till the age of 2, that doesn't really surface. It's around the late 1s and 2s. The children really need to have their own way. I mean, we resist that, but they really need to run their own lives, and the more we run their lives, the more rebellious they get, the harder they try to get their own way, and then we actually need to control them because they start ignoring warnings and perhaps mistreating others. So it's possible just to cooperate, to engage with that original spirit of cooperation and do the absolute minimum of control just to keep them from danger and keep them from interfering with others, and they will cooperate with us, and life can be really smooth.
Well, at that point, it could be, because everybody, like I said, dreads that when you're close to the terrible twos, and certainly in the terrible twos. Harvey Merriam, our guest on This Week in America. The book is 3 Steps to Easy Parenting, How to Raise Smarter, Happier, More Responsible Children by Doing Less. Information available at Harvey's website, easyparenting.com. A couple minutes left in the program. Julie and Jason, it's a story you tell in the book. This is mealtime. Could start off as mealtime at anybody's home. Talk a little bit about that. We got about 2 minutes left in the program. This is an interesting story, especially how it was handled.
Yeah, after my son grew up and before I got together with my stepkids, I went traveling the world. I'd started writing my book, and I was observing parenting in different cultures, including tribal cultures. And at one point, I met a single mother who was having a lot of trouble with her kids, and she asked me for some help. She heard about the easy parenting approach and liked it. And she asked for some help, and she offered me free room and board if I'd move in and do some coaching. And she was a fantastic cook. It was a great deal.
A good deal for you, yes.
Oh, it was amazing. What she could do with food was amazing. And she set a beautiful table, and she had great table manners. And I think it was the table manners that started the trouble. But for some reason, even though the food was incredible, the kids wouldn't eat it. They didn't want to eat almost everything she made. And there were lots of quarrels, and they could hardly wait to get away from the table. So we talked this over, and she came to the conclusion that the only way she was going to fix the problem was to start fresh. So the next morning, she told her kids they could eat anything they wanted, anywhere they wanted, anytime they wanted, with any kind of manners they wanted. And from then on, she put out a healthy tray of snacks for the kids at each meal and cooked something delicious for herself and me. And of course, the kids loved this.
Oh, I can imagine, yes.
They put together every weird combination of food you could imagine. They belched. They set up a tray across the bathtub one day, ran a bath, had their supper in the bathtub. They ate a lunch in a tree one time. One time they even got up on the roof and had lunch.
So the key is they weren't controlled anymore. So once they weren't controlled, they were eating like she was hoping they would eat in the first place.
Yeah, well, how much time do we have left, Rick?
About 30 seconds.
Great, I'll tell you 30 seconds. We actually got into the spirit of it. We ended up eating in the backyard half the time. Put out a blanket and had picnics. Within less than a month, what they did was they did all the things that they'd been forbidden to do in the past, and they didn't do any of the things they'd been forced to do. And once they got all that out of their system, they rejoined us at the table, and they happily ate whatever their mother made, and we just had pleasant meals from then on. And I was around for 2 months, and in that time, we also cured a stealing problem, a lying problem, a fear of school problem. Everything really smoothed out in about 2 months.
And everybody lived happily ever after. And we'll
right.
end with where we started, which is nobody likes to be controlled. And we'll have Harvey back on more programs. Like I said, he's been with us on 3 shows. It's Harvey Merriam. He's the author of the book, 3 Steps to Easy Parenting, How to Raise Smarter, Happier, More Responsible Children by Doing Less. Book's available Amazon all across the country. You can get it at EasyParenting.com. If you order the book now, it, of course, will be delivered after Christmas. You'll get a free ebook that will be delivered in the email box of whoever you would like on Christmas morning. Again, it's EasyParenting.com. Harvey, great to have you with us on the program. Look forward to having you back with us.
Thank you, Rick. It's been a pleasure.
Losing it there at the end. I'm sorry.
You did great.